The act of kindness that went horribly wrong. A few years ago, I was at a subway when I noticed a homeless man outside asking for change. Wanting to do something nice, I invited him in and told him to pick out a sandwich. As we sat down, he introduced himself as Danny and started telling me about how he lost everything. His fortune wiped out by bad stock investments and his marriage ruined by a cheating wife. He seemed genuine, and I felt good about helping him. That's when two police officers walked in and stood behind us. Nothing unusual for this area, but I noticed Danny getting a little nervous. Before I could ask him if something was wrong, the officers suddenly grabbed him without a word. They spun him around, slammed him face first onto the tile floor, and cuffed him in seconds. The entire restaurant went silent before customers started rushing out the door. Stunned, I turned to one of the officers and asked what was happening. The answer made my stomach drop. Turns out Danny wasn't just some unlucky guy down on his luck. DNA evidence had tied him to a series of horrific crimes involving young girls. And the worst part? This subway was right next to the biggest playground in our neighborhood. Danny wasn't just looking for food, he was scouting his next victim. As they dragged him outside, I don't know what came over me, but I followed. And without thinking, I threw a punch straight at his face. His eyes swelled up instantly. I braced myself for the officers to pull me back, maybe even arrest me. But instead, one of them just smirked and said, "If anyone asks, he tripped." The last I ever heard of Danny, he never made it out of prison alive. The other inmates took care of him.